stated objectives and output of a complement at the same or the lowest cost. So rather than net social benefits or just economic benefits, cost effectiveness seeks the least for the same and higher benefits that accrues or accruable to a project or the population in general, the welfare, the well-being of the population. Cost effectiveness requires a clear statement of objectives and output. There are lots of numerous methodologies available to make accurate predictions of investment. I'm later. I will give you some examples and illustration of this cost benefit analysis and cost effectiveness analysis. So therefore, the objectives of policy can be operationalized. Third, it requires determination of cost, benefits, and impact of each alternative, and the quantification of cost in achieving the stated objectives. The benefits and impact need not be quantified. Fourth, it requires the comparison of alternative in relation to the objectives. The alternatives that achieves most at the same cost is preferred. The alternative that can with the least investment but can achieve the most. So that is the preferred course of action in cost effectiveness analysis. So this is an illustration of cost benefit analysis. It's just an illustration, nothing specific. So suppose in government public policy or in a organizational policy, project A, B, C, D, E, F, the cost, investment cost. This is again illustrative. And many times in big government public policy, the investment is in billions of dollars, not like 200K or 280K, 75K, 280K, etc. like that. And the benefit accrued for each of this is also estimated. For example, in this, the average cost invested is 90K and the benefit achieved is 100K, and the net benefit is 10K. Now, if in terms of policy benefit analysis, whether to opt for that policy, etc., if we look at, for example, project A, if you invest 200K, the benefit is 250K. There is a net benefit of 50K, so therefore that policy option may be okay. And in choice B, the cost is $280K, $280K, and the benefit is 250K, and there is a net negative benefit. Therefore, the policy option may not be preferred, not okay. Similarly, for each of the C and D, there is a benefit and they can be considered as okay, and E is not considered as okay. This is a very simple illustration, but cost benefit analysis are very complex and requires a lot of analysis, extensive, and those who have, there are a lot of people who have experience conducting cost benefit analysis. This is cost effective analysis, of which I am always very impressed. Which World Health Organization and other organizations, they always advocate policies, important policies, worldwide policies. For example, childhood vaccination program. This is an illustration which I took from the calculation of Center for Disease Control, Atlanta. I took this illustration from their one of their articles. So for the global vaccination, childhood vaccination program, what is childhood vaccination program? You all know the children under 1 year need to be vaccinated against BCG, polio 1, 2, 3, and many other vaccinations. There are at least 4 or 5 essential vaccinations to be completed. So worldwide cost of, I guess this is worldwide cost of implementing.
The cost of implementation should be negative as well.
Yeah, the cost of implementation, no, for vaccination, there is a cost for each of these costs. For if you take a childhood vaccination, there is a cost for each of the vaccination. There is no negative cost.
Thank
but
you.
The cost of
because I see it. There is cost averted is negative 76.
Cost averted is negative. Cost averted is a negative. So the net cost is negative. So that means if you invest, that is what this table, cost effective analysis, that is what this table illustrates. The cost of implementation is 7.5 billion. It's a very small money, but the cost saved in terms of life saved or in terms of illness
I
treatment
got
for
it.
illness
Thank you.
childhood.
So, okay, thank you.
In terms of illness, I mean, if you don't vaccinate children, so there are globally,
I got it. Yes.
yeah, there are globally maybe 60, 70 million children under age 5. And if you don't vaccinate them, the consequences are phenomenal. You need to spend $76 billion in terms of the cause of illnesses. I mean, infectious diseases or nutritional related diseases or many, I mean, if there are certain vaccines, if you don't vaccinate them, it could be the disability levels of children could increase on a number of infectious diseases. The prevalence would be very high. And of course, there will be a huge amount of mortality. Large millions of children could die without vaccination. So the vaccination program globally has saved millions of children. I mean, millions means hundreds and millions of children. That's why Bill Gates and others, they are willing to invest in vaccination program, because this type of illustration was shown to Bill Gates and others philanthropy for investing money in childhood vaccination. So the net cost is negative, but the benefit is, if you are in terms of total hours, it is 76 billion. The gain, it is really the gain. If you just invest 7 billion, you end up saving 76 billion. That's the essence of cost benefit analysis. But beyond this, also one can also estimate there is even more cost averted in the life course of that individual. That is a child. So the child is immunized, not only protects the child during childhood, but also for the entire life course. It could also in the later life of that child, the much healthier lifespan and longer lifespan. So if you estimate all of that, if the child is healthy at the childhood stages, maybe the illness at adulthood stages and later life also is the disease burden is much lesser for those children. If fully vaccinated, if the healthcare at the childhood level is taken care well. So the cost of implementing the program are less than the medical and productivity cost averted. So if you don't invest in the child tomorrow, that child may not be in a full productive form also. That is the essence of cost effectiveness analysis. So overall, CBA and CEA, both cost benefit and cost effectiveness analysis allow for ranking of programs in terms of resources used and outcomes through the expression of a ratio. However, to calculate cost benefit and cost effectiveness ratios, detailed information on cost and outcomes is necessary, and this information is often hard to collect. The value of cost benefit analysis depends on the accuracy of individual cost and benefit estimates. Therefore, comparative studies indicate that such estimates often may have some flaw preventing improvement in Pareto and the Higgs efficiency. I mean, this is largely cost benefit analysis, but cost effective analysis, if you have very good data and your estimations are precise, then there is no issue. So the Pareto improvement is an improvement to a system when a change in allocation of goods harms no one and benefits at least some people. So I think I will end this because I have some more slides on health, because I will move them to the next lecture because I think we have just few minutes left. And thank you so much. If you, I think let us give a few minutes for question and answers.
Yes, please. Anyone?
Yeah, I do like to thank you and thank you, Cesare. Again, it's a great lecture series, and we like to. Yeah, it's. I'm just saying thank you very much. It adds to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. If anyone has any questions, please, you are free to ask them now. Okay, thank you all for attending this lecture. Looking forward to seeing you next Thursday at the same time. Thank you, Prof. Aroki.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
And